Long ago, in a time very different from our own, the world was full of uncertainty and longing. Many people lived under harsh rule, struggled with daily life, and hoped for something better. Among the Jewish people, there was a strong belief that one day God would send a Savior, someone who would bring light, peace, and healing to the world. For generations, people waited for this promise to come true, not knowing when or how it would happen. And then, quietly and unexpectedly, the story began. Not in a palace, not among kings or powerful leaders, but in ordinary places, through ordinary people. In a small town called Nazareth lived a young woman named Mary. She lived a simple life and was engaged to a carpenter named Joseph. One day, Mary had an experience that would change her life forever. An angel named Gabriel appeared to her. At first, she was afraid, but the angel spoke gently and told her not to be afraid.
Peace be with you.
He said that God had chosen her for a very special purpose. The angel told Mary that she would give birth to a son and that she should name him Jesus. This child, the angel said, would be great and would bring salvation to the people. Mary was confused and wondered how this could be possible, since she was not yet married. The angel explained that this would happen through God's power, and that nothing is impossible with God. Even though she did not fully understand what lay ahead, Mary chose to trust. With humility and courage, she accepted God's plan, saying that she was willing to serve and to let God's will be done in her life. Her quiet faith marked the beginning of something that would change the world. Joseph soon learned that Mary was expecting a child, and he was deeply troubled. He knew the child was not his, and in those days this situation could bring shame and danger. Joseph was a kind and honorable man, and he planned to quietly separate from Mary so she would not be harmed. But before he could act, God spoke to him in a dream. An angel appeared and told him not to be afraid to take Mary as his wife.
Everything will be all right.
The child she carried was from God, and Joseph was told to name him Jesus, because he would save people from their sins. When Joseph woke up, he trusted the message and chose to stand by Mary. He accepted the responsibility of caring for both her and the child. Around that time, the Roman government ordered a census, requiring everyone to travel to their hometown to be counted.
Citizens of Rome, by decree, a census shall commence to record all inhabitants. Citizens, the census is upon us. Gather your belongings and prepare.
Because Joseph's family came from Bethlehem, he and Mary had to travel there together. The journey was long and difficult, especially since Mary was close to giving birth. There were no comfortable roads, no modern transportation, and no guarantees of safety, but they went forward in obedience. When they arrived in Bethlehem, the town was crowded with travelers.
What news from the market today? The caravans have arrived early. Make way for the livestock.
They searched for a place to stay, but every guest room was already full.
I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Thank you for trying. We understand.
In the end, they were offered a simple shelter where animals were kept.
Please, come this way. I have a stable nearby where you can rest.
It was not a place anyone would expect a child to be born, let alone someone believed to be sent by God. That night, Mary gave birth to her son. She wrapped him in cloth and laid him in a manger, a feeding trough for animals, because there was no proper bed or room available. The Savior of the world entered life quietly, humbly, and without comfort. There were no celebrations, no royal guards, and no grand announcements on earth, yet heaven was fully aware of what had just happened. Not far away, in the fields outside Bethlehem, shepherds were watching over their flocks during the night.
Did you see that light? Yes, it was incredible.
Shepherds were ordinary workers and often overlooked by society. Suddenly, an angel appeared before them, and the sky shone with a brilliant light. The shepherds were terrified, but the angel spoke words of comfort, telling them not to be afraid.
Peace be with you.
The angel said that he brought good news of great joy for all people. A Savior had been born that very day in the town of David, and he was Christ the Lord. The angel told them they would find the baby wrapped in cloth and lying in a manger. Then, suddenly, the sky was filled with many angels, praising God and declaring glory to God in the highest heaven, and peace on earth to those favored by him. When the angels disappeared, the shepherds looked at one another and decided to go at once to Bethlehem to see what had happened.
Did you see that light?
It's incredible. What does it mean? Over there. Amazing. We must go see this child.
Look, Bethlehem is that way. Let's hurry.
They hurried into the town and found Mary, Joseph, and the baby exactly as they had been told. Seeing the child filled them with awe. They shared what the angels had said, and everyone who heard their words was amazed.
The angel has spoken. A Savior is born this night in Bethlehem.
Mary quietly kept these moments in her heart, thinking deeply about them. The shepherds returned to their fields filled with joy, praising God for what they had seen and heard. Though they were simple people, they were among the first to hear and share the good news. Some time later, far to the east, wise men noticed an unusual star in the sky. They believed it signaled the birth of a great king. Guided by the star, they began a long journey to find this child.
The path ahead seems clear under this light, indeed a guiding star for our wisdom. Let us proceed with noble intent. Let us rest here tonight, my friends. The journey has been long.
Their search led them to Jerusalem, where they asked about the newborn king of the Jews.
We seek the newborn king. Have you heard of his arrival?
This troubled King Herod, who feared losing his power.
Wise men from the east, I seek your counsel. What news do you bring of this new king?
He secretly asked the wise men to search carefully for the child and report back to him. Though he pretended to want to honor the child, his true intentions were dangerous. The star appeared again and guided the wise men to the place where Jesus was staying. When they saw the child with his mother Mary, they bowed down and honored him. They offered special gifts: gold, symbolizing kingship; frankincense, representing worship; and myrrh, a gift connected to suffering and sacrifice. Afterward, the wise men were warned in a dream not to return to Herod, so they went back to their own country by a different route. Soon after, Joseph had another dream. An angel warned him that Herod was planning to harm the child. That very night, Joseph took Mary and Jesus and escaped to Egypt to keep him safe.
We must keep him so safe and warm, Mary. The night brings both peace and unseen challenges.
They stayed there until Herod died, and later returned to settle in the town of Nazareth, where Jesus would grow up. The story of the birth of Jesus is more than a record of events from long ago. It carries a message that still speaks to people today. It reminds us that hope can be born in the hardest and most unexpected places. It shows that greatness does not always arrive with power or wealth, but often comes quietly, wrapped in humility and love. Through Mary and Joseph, we see trust and obedience even when the future is unclear. Through the shepherds, we learn that good news is meant for everyone, not just the powerful or important. Through the wise men, we learn the value of seeking truth and following the light we are given. The birth of Jesus marks the beginning of a story about compassion, forgiveness, and grace.